Good morning, everyone. It is. Oh, crikey! I think forgetting what day it is. It's Monday, the 15th of March, 2021. Here we are with today's figures. This is the Bitcoin Bulletin Charts show. So let's crack on with this. So we have a slight discrepancy in the price here. Preve saying it's $187. I hope it is. And CoinDance saying the price is $192, but never mind. Price is the last thing to move, which means it is the last thing to actually matter. What matters are the figures. So let's crack on with it. We've got Bitcoin 0.4% of the hash rate, Bcrash 0.5, Corecoin 99.4, network nodes 2.2 for Bitcoin, 10.4% for a Bcrash, 87.3% for Corecoin. Transactions, we've got 31.5% for Bitcoin, 40.6% for Bcrash, 28% for Corecoin. But block size, Bitcoin winning this one, 43.9%, 20.9% for Bcrash, and 35.2% for Corecoin. Right, let's just play spot the biggest block on Bcrash for lulz. I can see a 2.6 mega, a 5.4 by BTC.com. They got a 3 megabyte one. Well done to them, getting to 5 megabytes. And Michael Saylor, if ever you're looking at my show, here are your big blocks on a blockchain. Never happening, mate. Never happening. You are on small block shitcoin. That's the whole point. They do not want it to be used. They want it to be used as digital dog shit. As in, like, you don't transact dog shit because it stinks, nobody wants it. That's why they call it a shitcoin, mate. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system as designed by Satoshi Nakamoto because it's the data that has value. And the data has value because it goes through the chain. And when it goes through the chain, it's immutable. And it's that immutability. And it is economically secured immutability that makes it valuable. That's the whole point. And you might think to yourselves, Bcrash does that. Bcrash does not hold everybody on the system to account, which is what keeps it neutral. That's the whole point of it being a commodity and not a security. So let's see what's going on here. Hathor straight out the gate. Look at this. Scooping up those bullshit blocks with little bits of data in them. Tau macking hard. We've got 4.6, 4.3, 4.5. Mempool, Norpool. Good stuff. 5.8 by Tau. Look, quite a bit of data flowing through this chain. Another 3.2 by Tau. Hey, there we go. 32 megabytes. Always happy when I see double figures. That's more like it, even though that's relatively small for Bitcoin. Bitcoin hash rate by network. Yeah. Ooh. Looks like Bcrash can't maintain it by the looks of it. But, they're all about pumpermentals. I think they should just be in bed with Richard Hart. There is no value in that piece of shit whatsoever. But as we know, hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows intelligence. If you are intelligent, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it then creates value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. And when it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. That is what Bitcoin is all about. Proof of work by network, Corecoin, Bcrash will just simply stop one day. Bcrash, Bitcoin, hash rate, Bcrash, Bitcoin, proof of work by network. Here we go. So it is 66,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin because it's a peer-to-peer electronic cash system than it is Corecoin because it's a piece of digital dog shit. And it's 10 times cheaper than transacting on Bcrash because Bcrash is also a piece of digital dog shit. So let's have a look at this. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network. Oh, that was the world record block there of 638 megabytes of data in one block. Transactions by network. Oh, close. Transactions per block by network. Oh, Bcrash winning. The fees USD, Bitcoin smashing it. Fees Satoshis, Bitcoin smashing it. Block reward ratio, again, time, price, value, utility, intelligence. Blockchain growth by network, mocking Bcrash there. And this is where the gossip is. So, Hash rate, 7 days. That's global hash rate. So we can't really see too much politics in that as that's global. Global hash rate, 24 hours. That should match Coolcoin, really, pretty much. We're looking at the similar colors here. Yeah, almost identical. Cano via BTC swap in places. Very similar indeed. But what we're looking for on here is the TAL tell, because the TAL tells you a lot that they are not mining on there. F2 pool squeezed down into second via pooling, and pool overtaking BTC.com. BTC.com, the hash rate right down for whatever reason. But anyway, come on, coin dance really. Let's have a come on. Let's get back down there. There we go. Easy. Right. This is B Crash. So Hathor on there, just keeping the mining profitability at bay. So as you can see, yeah, it's 6% more profitable to mine on Coolcoin, whereas it's 27% more profitable to mine on Coolcoin than Bitcoin, because the competition is fierce. Look at this. Look at this. Via BTC, finally squeezed off the chain. That's more like it. So via BTC increasing their hash rate on shitcoin and shitcoin there. Fantastic. That is what we want. So again, I'm not too sure about solo mining. Obviously SV Pool, the clue's in the name. Matterpool is Daniel Crowett and Attila Ako and company. So the only question mark we've got on there, well, it's solo mining maybe. F2 Pool mining a little bit, but again, only a small miner on Bitcoin there. But wow, Tal with 40%, Hathor with just slightly over 50%. Good to see Mempool, Norpool in the running there, increasing their hash rate on it. Very good, very good. And the reason all these shitcoin enterprises are being squeezed off the chain is to squeeze the short positions off the market, which we're going to have a quick look at right now. Here we go. So the short positions are currently 84% short. 84% short ratio to longs. But again, it just goes to show you this ratio, short to long ratio, is effectively the measure of intellect within the space. So effectively, you've got 84% shitcoiners with shit for brains, with shit ideas, versus 16% quality. 16% intellect is what it is if you're on the genuine Bitcoin. So it goes to show you what we're up against. But, you know, brains versus brawn, we all know what happens there. So just watch this space. Yes, indeed. And again, none of these metrics are available on any other shitcoins, because shitcoins are literally don't do anything. They are Ponzi schemes. They're not designed to do anything other than take money out of your pocket and put it into someone else's. There is no utility on there whatsoever. However, you can see here on Bitcoin Blocks Live, this is the blockchain, the global blockchain, working live in front of our very eyes. The vertical rectangle blocks moving across the top are the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network. The moment they're recognized by more than 50% of the nodes on the network, which is instantly because it is a ultra small world Mandela network, the transactions are then thrown into the meme pool, which is where they are then stored while they are competed over via miners and payment processors in order to build a block, store them in a block, and then put the block on the blockchain, where they are then kept as a universal source of truth forever. And the lucky miner stroke payment processor who is able to do that then wins the Coinbase data, which is known as the block reward. In other words, a freshly minted Bitcoin, which is currently 6.25, which is like over $1,000. But we are hoping very soon that the fees in the block will actually surpass the block reward, which will be absolutely massive when that happens. So let's have a quick look at charts, see if there's anything new going on here. Nope. D-Drive still macking it hard this month, although they have, it seems that they've stopped generating transactions, but we'll find out what they are at a later date. Let's have a look at BitInfo charts. Here we go. Transactions last 24 hours. Bitcoin is with 8.8%. Again, all these other shitcoins, absolute pieces of dog shit. Literally, including Doge, which I think is listed on here somewhere. which absolutely, look at that Dogecoin. It's actually listed. It's hilarious. Oh my God. What is the world coming to? Well, you know, shitcoin is shit for brains. That's all I can say. Transactions last 24 hours. Let's see these on a metric. 3 years, log. There we go. So this is Bitcoin when it finally got its protocol back, but it had to start with a new ticker symbol, which confused all these shitcoiners because it really doesn't take much to confuse them. Let's have a look at the scaling test network. Averaging 10 transactions a second on the mainnet over the last 24 hours. Biggest block in the last 24 hours, 30.7 megabytes. And it's got biggest block ever, 608 megabytes. However, that should be 638 megabytes. I'm not too sure why scaling test network always seems to take like 30 megabytes off of the actual size. It's the same for the scaling test network. They've done a 3.2 gigabyte block, whereas it's only registering here as a 2.9, which is a little bit strange. Never mind. Trends.cash or TDXP app macking it hard. This is apps by money spent. Degenerate gamblers gambling their money on TDXP app, trying to make some money. Taking money off the house, which is TDXP app. But remember, dirty traders can be unsullied on TDXP because you're not actually devaluing the asset. Oh, shout out. We've got Keith Fellows in the chat box, as well as Griggs. Griggs, New York City. Great stuff. Good morning to you too as well. So apps ranked by performed actions. Router SV, again, the guys at MetaStream. B-Drive, don't know what that is. Don't know what these are. Again, they're kind of being hidden. But good to see Tonic Power in the mix there. I wonder if that's anything to do with my little bit of advertising campaign. Trying to get people using Tonic Power, because Tonic Power is the future of advertising. As if you go to tonicpowerads.com and read what they're doing, really good. So it just means if your friends are posting an ad, you might read it because you're interested in that ad, and they pay you to bring it to their attention, which is a great way of advertising. It's none of this guerrilla advertising, predatory advertising, which is what they use and track our data for. Let's have a look at crypto quants. Again, it's just mine outflows and stuff. That really won't be interesting just yet, I don't think, not until we see some big movements. What's on chain? Again, this is what is happening live right now. This is actually even literally as it's happening, so it's even better than sort of Bitcoin Blocks Live. Well, actually, Bitcoin Blocks Live, I think, were lagging behind a little bit just because they weren't expecting a 638 megabyte block on the network. This seems to give it a bit of trouble. It gave Blockchain a bit of trouble as well because they weren't expecting it. But I don't think it's been reported in any of the what do they call it? I call it CRUD, Crypto CRUD magazines. But yeah, this just what's on chain just simply shows you the block height and all that. So the world record breaking block previously was, I think it was 678,401,301, something like that. It's worth reminding ourselves. Let's have a quick look, see if we can still see it here. Zoom out. Where is it? There it is. There it is. That's the one right there. Block height 678,301. There we go. Look at that. Total fees just $264. Amazing. Only on the genuine Bitcoin. And Joho's meme pool. So this is unconfirmed transactions. This is pending transaction fees, and this was the meme pool size. So it looks like we had a little bit of a burst of data there earlier. Very good, very good. And let's have a look at the shitcoin market. Oh, Coolcoin shitting its knickers. Or shitcoiners going to be shitting themselves, but again, hodlers won't be. They'll just be like, oh yeah, go in, buy more. Michael Saylor will be getting in there. Shitcoiners shit for brains. Absolutely crazy, but good to see a little bit of price action coming down there. Like I said, I've got some money coming, so yeah, we're really quite looking forward to that. Yeah, don't really need to see the rest of it. Not interested in shitcoins whatsoever. Where is the Bitcoin? There we go. Oh, 26. Oh, it's going up. Oh, no. But, so we are down at $190. Where were we earlier this morning then? Up above 200. Let's see what this looks like on the week. Oh, still up on the week, but I mean, I prefer if it was down here. Still not going to complain about these prices. I would quite happily enter Bitcoin at these prices. When you think about it, we are now $190, and previously Bitcoin, before it was before Blockstream centrally controlled it by implementing SegWit and crashing its fundamental value to zero. Let's see when Bitcoin was last. $190. Be around here somewhere. Look at this. Look at this. There we go. So still October, around October. Cool, look at that. 195, October 24th. So yeah, October 24th, 2013 was the last time we got to buy Bitcoin at these prices. I knew nothing about Bitcoin then. I think it's absolutely amazing that we could pick up the genuine Bitcoin for $190. I mean, absolutely amazing. Amazing. Let's have a look at Ruthie's tweet. Oh, look at that. The Twitter have taken it down from 958 when I liked it yesterday. And we'll just put another one on there. Gonna like that every day. There we go, Ruthie. That one's for you. Let's check out our man Satoshi. See how he's doing. Oh, look at that. Should be 175,000 followers. Twitter doing their thing. Let's have a quick look at whale alerts, see if Tether has mined any billions of USDT over the last 24 hours. Let's hope not. I mean, they might do because obviously the price is tanking. So there we go, 1 hour. Yep, nothing. We're just going to go to see 24 hours. Any fat wads being printed by that criminal enterprise desperately trying to make some more money, even though they got away with printing, what, over $1 billion. Oh dear, a slap on the wrist. All right, so we've just made like, well, actually, we'll look at the market cap of Tether. I mean, it's hilarious. So Tether have made up $36 billion worth, and the New York Attorney General wants to give them a fine of $18 million. It's not even 18 billion. It's not even 1 billion. It's not even 100 billion. Like, it's 18 million. It's not even 1 billion. It's crazy. Honestly, they would be laughing at the New York Attorney General. I don't think the New York Attorney General has any real clue, what has really gone on. Like, not really. Let's just keep going down for 21 hours, 23 hours. And that's the last one. Yeah, so I can't see any... Looks like they've not printed any, but the price is going down. Pressure will be on. They'll be wanting to print some more soon to keep the facade going. Let's have a look at Twitch users, new users. Oh, 117. That's pretty good. Nice, great stuff. Right, there we go. That is the chart show. Griggs, what's this question? How many BSV coins are left to be mined? Well, there's only going to be a circulation of 21 million. And again, it's the same supply for Coolcoin and Bcrash. So if we click on more details, we can see the supply at the moment is currently 18.67 million. So you minus that from 21. So there's basically 3.33 million BSV to be mined, and the last one will not be mined until the year 2140. So when you think that there was, well, I'll just show you quickly for any newbies who might be watching my show for the first time that aren't familiar with this particular image. Let's bring it up. Here we go. This is the one. Shows you the block reward halving. That's the one. So it started off with 50 Coinbase, or 50 Bitcoin per block reward, and then that was cut in whenever that was, to 2010, something like that. So then the reward got cut in half to 12.25, then it got cut in half again at 6.25, then it got cut in half again at 3.12. So we're currently on, so that's 50, that's 50, that's 12, that's 50, 25, 12.5, 6.25. So then, yeah, 6.25, is that right? 50. So 50, 25, that'd be 50, 25, 12.25, 6.25, which is where we are there. But as you can see, crossover anticipated around Q1 2021, which is when the block fees will surpass the block rewards. And when that happens, we will have an economically self-sustaining network. Absolutely fantastic. So that's been going for 20 minutes. Oh, who's any other questions there? NoteNet Debug says the new Attorney General fined Tether the maximum that they are legislated to do so. Oh dear, they need to do more than that then. They definitely have a clue, and the Department of Justice will use their fine to go after Tether USA wide. Wow, all right. Griggsy says, follow up, so BTC, BCH and BSV are competing to fulfill the original 21 million total coins possible. The reason the chain split is this. It's all about, as Michael Saylor would say, it's all about protecting the integrity of the chain. And in fact, while we're here, we'll just play that video of Michael Saylor explaining exactly that. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Show videos. And let's listen to Michael Saylor explaining effectively what this chart represents. Take the floor, Michael Saylor. Here we go. Coming up.
I like Bitcoin the way it is. In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is.
And the way that he's referring to is Bitcoin as designed and described by Satoshi Nakamoto in the white paper. He doesn't realize that SegWit has been implemented, and he doesn't understand the fundamental difference that it made.
And the way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy in big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain.
And he's talking to a small blocker at that time, Dan Held, who is sat there like a mute. The moment Michael Saylor mentioned big blocks, he is going to be furious when he finds out that they are purposely limiting the block size because they don't want big blocks. He'd be like, how do you expect it to work then? It's ridiculous.
Maybe the Bitcoin will be $1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something. Big blocks, $100 million chunks on the blockchain. It'll store all the monetary energy in the world, and it should store it for the next 100 years without losing any of it. If Bitcoin's going to fail, it's not going to fail due to lack of functionality or lack of speed or lack of scalability.
Exactly. It's going to fail because Blockstream don't want it to work.
In my opinion, if Bitcoin is going to fail, it's going to fail because of it loses trust and security. We have to protect the network integrity at all cost.
Indeed we do, Michael. Indeed we do. So he doesn't understand that that's what all these chain splits have been about. So the supply doesn't change because scarcity made number go up for all these shitcoiners. If they tampered with that, they know they'd have because they want to fool people. They've social engineered control of the ticker symbol, and they've told these shitcoiners with shit for brains that the reason they got rid of the signatures because it makes more room in the block. What they didn't tell them is that by removing the signatures, it means that they are now no longer accountable to any other organization on the chain, which means they have brought it under their control, which means it is now centralized by them. You cannot split that chain anymore because it is centralized by Blockstream. You cannot split BCH anymore because it is centralized by Roger Ver and his crony mates. The only chain that has still got all the original bits in place, which is the chain of signatures, is the original Bitcoin chain, which is BSV. So BSV is the only chain that can now still be split. Because if it couldn't be split, it would be centrally controlled. But if it was centrally controlled, it has a fundamental value of 0. So Corecoin won't split anymore. BCH won't split anymore. Literally the only chain that you can try and control by tampering with the signatures is the genuine Bitcoin chain. And as you can see here, all that's happened is the ticker symbol has changed because they've social engineered it. But shitcoin is shit for brains. We'll never understand it. No, Debug says that graph has already been acknowledged as old info. Stop referring to it. Tal said that by year's end, BSV might have regular 10 megabyte blocks. Crossover isn't happening this year, Tosh. Well, they said this in this was London, so and they haven't said that they were changing their mind. So I've not heard anything, and unless I hear it from the horse's mouth, I'm not inclined to believe anything that some troll might be telling me. But we shall see. Right, guys, we'll leave it there because this is just simply a Bulletin Charts show. Tune in later for the main show. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.